Hey everyone, happy Friday. Becky Launder here with myconsultanttraining.com. I am so excited to be here with you this Friday morning to do a little bit of our recap that we just shared last night on VIP groups. So as we're getting started, I am just going to go ahead and share this video into our group. If you're not in our group, you definitely want to be. That is where all of the fun takes place. You can search for it. It's My Consultant Training Tribe over on Facebook. It's a group. And let's see here if I can click on this and share it over in our groups. Everyone can watch. As you guys are joining in, say hello. Happy Friday. I called this a coffee chat and then I realized I don't have any coffee yet this morning. What is wrong with me? I should have gotten some coffee to kick off our coffee chat. But hopefully you guys are drinking some coffee right along as you're watching. All right, so let me share this into the group. Perfect. Okay, as you guys are joining in, say hello. Let me know where you are joining from. Let me know if you have any coffee in your hand. And we're gonna just dive right in. So last night's training was amazing. I think one of the posts had like 400 and something comments on it. I am still going back through those comments and responding to any questions that came up. There's a couple that did come up last night that I wanted to just kind of address and answer. Hi, Carrie. Glad you're watching here as I am live. So I will do that here in a minute. If you guys are new or just kind of following along, hey, Tanya in Colorado. Oh, good, Carrie. I'm so glad you got so much out of it. Love it, love it. Hey, Grace. Chai tea. Oh, there we go. Tanya's got her coffee. We have two Tanyas on. Good morning, you guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about VIP groups this morning. I love having a VIP group. I love having groups. I love the visibility that it gives you. I love that your customers can feel really special as you are sharing special deals and offers and really treating them like the VIP customers that they deserve to be. So I'm going to share a couple additional tips this morning as we're chatting. And again, if you're new, every Thursday night over in the CinchShare group, I am doing a training during the month of September. So definitely mark your calendar for 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern next Thursday when I am doing that training again over in the group. And I think next week's going to be around creating some engagement and creating buzz in your group. We've talked a lot about that in captions and just some content suggestions for VIP groups, but we're going to dive into that a little bit deeper. And then the last week of September, we're talking all about repurposing, recycling, and reusing content. Good morning, Monique. Good morning, Amy. Hi, Barbara. So we have all kinds of good training lined up for you guys. And while I'm here, just a shameless plug, we have our fall sales challenge. So our modern direct seller challenge happening, which is always like a huge turnout. It's always a hit. If you guys have done one of the challenges before, give me a shout out in the comments below. I give you a workbook. I give you a ton of training. There's a daily video. We do prizes, all kinds of fun stuff. That starts on September 21st. So that's coming up super soon. And if you haven't yet signed up for that, you can. It's at myconsultanttraining.com/fall challenge. And even if you're already on my email list, even if you're in the Facebook group, go ahead and sign up because then you'll get the daily emails sent to you, the workbook sent to you, and all of that good stuff that comes right into your inbox. So I can't wait for our fall challenge. It's going to be really, really good. Yeah, Amy, I know you love the workbooks. I know it. All right, you guys. So let's talk about VIP groups. So we covered a lot of ground last night, maybe even a little too much. I went back through and read those posts and I was like, ooh, some of these got a little bit wordy. But I am so glad that I was able to get you guys some good training on VIP groups. I was surprised that there was a lot of people hanging out last night that had not yet set up a VIP group. So drop me a comment below. Let me know, yes, I have a VIP group, or I'm working on setting a VIP group up. Let me know just kind of where you're at with it. I've always been trained, and in all of my training, I always recommend having a VIP group. And that was long before Facebook started favoring VIP, or just groups. They favor groups a lot. So when you think about your news feed and different things that you're seeing on Facebook, you see a lot from the groups that you're a part of. So Facebook is all about creating community. And one of the things that they do to create community is they want you to join different groups, and then they're going to show you posts from those groups. So there was a question last night just around, okay, Becky, so I have my personal page and I've already set up a business page, and now you're saying I need a VIP group too. And so I wanted to just quickly answer a question on that, because I feel like that's a question that comes up a lot. Like, do I really have to be in all of these different places? So this is just kind of my perspective on what you do in each of those places. I'm hoping you find this helpful for you guys. Yay! Okay, good. A lot of you guys already have a group. Perfect. All right, so a couple of differentiators between those different places of where to show up, because I think sometimes we think there's like a secret formula to this, and there is a little bit, but a lot of it is just you gotta get out there and post different things and see where you're getting visibility. So for example, today, this video is on my business page, but I've shared it to my private group. Right? So you'll have to let me know where you saw it. Did you see it through my business page, or did you see it because you're a member of the group? My guess is most of you are seeing it because you're a member of the group and I've shared the video there. So let me know. That'll be like a fun little experiment here. You guys can let me know where you're seeing this video. But a couple things around setting up your Facebook page. So a Facebook page is fantastic to show that you exist. Right? I call it your public business card. It's how you're showing up to the world. You're basically saying your doors are open for business. If somebody is searching for a direct sales company in their area, so they're typing into the search your company name and location, you are going to show up in those results because your business page is public. So it's a public page. It's going to get you visibility if people are searching. But Facebook tends not to share as much from a business page as they share from a group. And I mean, let's just be real talk here. Facebook makes a lot of money, and they make their money through advertising. And you can't advertise in a group. You have to advertise if you're on a page. So if they're not showing a whole lot of your posts on your business page, you are more inclined to pay for advertising to be seen through your business page. See where I'm at on that? So from my perspective, your business page, you just need to look alive. You need to have a couple posts there a week. You need to have a good description. You need to have your contact information and your shopping link visible. And my recommendation is your call to action on your business page is to direct people to your VIP group. So you can link your business page to your group, and driving people into your group is going to allow you to create a more direct connection with them, right? So even when people are interacting with you on your business page, you can't, as a business page, go message a random person. They don't allow that on Facebook. Otherwise, we'd be getting spammed with a whole bunch of advertisements all the time. But what they do let you do is if somebody comments on something from your business page, you can respond to them. Whereas your group, when somebody joins your group, you can see who they are. You can go, poke around their Facebook profile and see what they're all about. You can send them a direct message and start a conversation. And again, that's always the goal here, is that you're trying to reach as many people as possible and then get into a one-on-one dialogue conversation with that person. And that's truly where sales come about. It's usually not just that magical post that you put up on Facebook, but it's usually that one-to-one conversation back and forth with that particular customer or potential hostess or teammate, right? So business page is how you show up to the world. You want to look alive. You want to show that you're in business. You want to have a shopping link. You want to have contact information that is up to date. That is where you want to show up to the world. And then your VIP group is really where you're creating community. So this is where you're cultivating relationships. This is where you're connecting with your customers. This is where you're giving them sneak peeks of new releases. This is where you might be doing a giveaway or offering, I think it was Erica Landis and the Academy yesterday was just telling me that every Friday she does like Flash Sale Friday and has a specific product on sale, but that's just for her VIPs. So the magic of the VIP group is that you have all of these loyal customers, all of these people that love your product and love you all in one place. So that creates momentum. And one of the tips last night that I shared was that if you are not running a monthly party of some sort in your own VIP group, you're missing the boat. And you're leaving money on the table. We're not leaving any money on the table here, right? So every month, be intentional about running some kind of party or event, or it could be an info session, an educational event, some kind of thing that creates momentum and excitement and gives you a platform to sell from, okay? So that could be you have new releases at the first of every month and you do a party on the first of every month. That could be that every month you pick a fun theme and you do a themed party. And when I say party, I don't mean that it needs to be like maybe a normal party that you're doing with a hostess, right? Like a normal party, you might have a live video and you might have 10 posts and you might have 5 pre-party posts and you might have follow-up posts. These people are already there. You've already got them into your corner. Like they're already there in your VIP group. You just need to give them kind of an excuse to see what's new and another reason to get excited. And when you see a lot of comments, you saw this last night in the CinchShare group, when you see a lot of comments and a lot of engagement, it creates momentum and excitement. People want to learn more and they want to hear more from you. So running some kind of monthly event, whether that's a party or an educational event or an info session in your group every month to create that flurry of activity where you have a sequence of posts happening really quick or you have a live video happening, that's going to keep your customers excited and engaged. And again, it's a good reason. So if you do any kind of loyalty group or are frequent purchaser club or anything like that, you can do that in your group and really make that a reason for them to take a look at what you have to offer again and do some shopping. Maybe they're due for a new purchase or a repeat purchase, and that's a great time to do it. So that's a little bit around the differentiation between the two. So again, Facebook page is how you're showing it for the world. It's searchable, it's public. You definitely need one. It doesn't take that much work to set it up. If you ever decide to do anything a little bit more advanced, like looking at analytics or doing any paid advertising, you do have to run that through your business page. And then your group is really your community. These are your people. They are going to love you no matter what you're doing there in that group. And so if your group is quiet, this was the other number 2 question I saw last night, right? So if my group is really quiet, I'm not getting enough engagement in my group. So you kind of have to give them a reason to engage. So I would go back through and look at the posts that you've made in that group that have created the most engagement and kind of duplicate those. Maybe put a new twist on it, change it up, do a different graphic, kind of reword it, but repurpose those posts that have performed really well. And then the other things that you can do to create engagement in your group, a giveaway never fails. Everyone loves a good giveaway, right? But in addition to that, live video is going to get you a little bit more visibility. You're going to see a little bit more interaction on that. And then I would be really intentional about connecting with the people in your group. They've already opted in to your VIP group. So that means they want to hear from you. So maybe you intentionally go through your group member list and shoot each person a Facebook message on a regular basis. So maybe it's, at the first of every month, you go through the first 10 people in your group, and then you do the next 10 people, and then the 10 people after that, right? So you keep kind of going down that list, and you're reaching out to them. And you can say something as simple as, hey, I love having you in my group. I don't know if you saw my latest post, but we're doing a really awesome giveaway. And then you link directly to that post. Or if you haven't heard from them for a while, another good reason to reach out is to say, hey, just connecting with you. I know that you're over in my group. I haven't heard from you a whole lot lately. No hard feelings at all. Do you want to stay in the group? That's it. They're probably going to respond and be like, oh yeah, sorry, I just haven't really been on Facebook a lot. Yes, I would like to stay in your group, right? And another little Facebook hack secret here, when you're messaging someone, you're going to see more from them on Facebook and they're going to see more of you. Because that's telling Facebook oh, hey, Amy and I are friends. We're buddies. We're sending messages back and forth. So they're going to show me a little bit more of Amy in my feed, right? So having those personal messages go back and forth can give you a little bit of a bump of engagement, but it's also a good reason just to reach out and be really intentional about developing those relationships. I think that's the bigger advantage is that it opens up a conversation with them. So if you do have a little bit quieter group, I would be really intentional about doing those individual reach outs over the next couple weeks and see how things change. All right. So that's my challenge for you. If you have a quiet group, definitely get in there, go through that member list, start messaging people. Don't do it too fast. Don't do the same canned message. You'll get blocked on Facebook, but start reaching out to people and just check in with them. Okay, a couple questions here. Let's see. Oh, Rosa, you had somebody find you through your Facebook page. I mean, that's amazing, right? That's why it's there, is having that Facebook page where people can search and find you. Yay, Barbara. Okay, most of you guys are seeing this in the group. So again, I'm on my Facebook business page and I have like couple thousand people that like that page, but it looks like most of you are seeing it over in the group. Again, just showing you the groups get you more visibility. Okay, Sylvia, personal page. Okay, tell me more about what you're asking on that one. I know I shared last night, you definitely have to have a personal page if you're here on Facebook, right? Like on your personal profile page. But I usually like to keep my business posts to a pretty small amount, and I'm not as active on my personal page as I used to be, but I think like as a general rule of thumb, like 80 to 90% of your content should be personal. And you can mention your business, like hashtag best job ever. I'm like sitting here drinking wine, partying on a Thursday night, or you can mention it, but a little bit more subtle. And then every so often, I think it's totally okay to talk about your business on your personal page, but just don't make every post about your business, because then nobody's going to want to look at your page. All right. Is there a way to see top contributors? Oh, you're seeing it on the business page, Sylvia. Oh, okay. Good. That's good to know. Perfect. Okay, Amy, is there a way to see top contributors and those who aren't interacting at all? You can see top contributors if you go into your group analytics. So if you're in your group, there's a tab called Group Insights. I'm looking at it right now on mine just to make sure I'm sending you the right direction. So if you go to your Group Insights, it will show you about engagement details. And I think under engagement details, it's going to tell you your most active members in your group. I'm actually not seeing it right now, but I don't know if I have the right view. So I'll get back to you on that one and try to screenshot it. But yes, you can definitely look at who your top contributors are, which is great. And I've seen groups do some fun things where it's like, I'm going to give prizes to the top 5 contributors every month. All you have to do is comment. Every time you comment, you get entered into winning something every month. So that's another good way to foster engagement and get people chatting in your group. If they know that you're giving away things to people that are actively participating in your group, that is going to entice them just to leave a couple more comments for you. Do you have your consultants on your VIP or business only? So Sylvia, that's a good question. I've seen it. I think this just came up in one of our masterminds, not that long ago. We were chatting about this, and I think that's a matter of personal preference, right? So I think what you're asking is, do you allow your team to be part of your group or just on your business page? Let me know if I'm understanding that correctly. And I think role modeling is a really great way to lead a team. So keeping your team members in your VIP group so they can see what you're doing and you're giving them the resources and sometimes the words and sometimes the images of how to show up for your group can be really impactful. I tend to say yes to that. Like, I would keep your team in your VIP group, but I definitely know other people that have a different train of thought on that, that group is truly for their customers and they don't want their consultants like diluting the conversation in the group. But I think especially when people are new, they need to see you do the work. And your job as a leader is to show up for them and lead the way and show the way. And, and the reality of direct sales is not everyone's going to stick. And if those people choose not to stick business side, I would still want them in my VIP group so I could serve them as a sales rep, even if some weird notification. Weird. Okay, so that's what I would recommend on that. Yay, good. I'm glad I answered your question on that. So yeah, I definitely have always kept my team in there. Now, that said, I have felt a little bit weird about keeping people from the same company that are not on my team in my VIP group. And, that's a matter of preference again. Like, you can be total open book, and anyone that wants to hop into your group can. I've unfortunately had a handful of instances where people that weren't even on my team or part of my downline were just like copying and pasting my stuff. So I felt a little uncomfortable about that, and I didn't have people that were outside of my immediate downline within my VIP groups. But again, that's just a matter of preference. I think you have to kind of decide what works best for you. Okay, so those were the two top questions, was what's the difference on a page? What's the difference between a group? Where do I show up? Can you do a story from a group or only from your personal and business pages? Oh, Grace, that's a good question. I feel like for a while you could do a post, a story post for your group. I never do those. Somebody else might be able to answer that question a little bit better. I typically just do stories on my business page, and my business page is linked to my groups. I don't know, you might be able to see it from both places, but I've never created a Facebook story directly from a group before. But I also, another little like social media shortcut here, is I would link my Instagram to my business page, and it's still that way. So if I post an Instagram story on my Becky Launder Instagram account, it automatically goes to my Facebook business page. So the only key for that is that you have to make sure you have an Instagram business account and you have a Facebook business page, and then the two have to talk to each other. And you can do that in your settings on your group page, and I think you can also do it from the Instagram app to connect the two together. So that for me is like, I posted in one place and it goes to two, I'm winning. That's exactly how I want to run my business. If I can streamline my work and have it go multiple places at the same time, I absolutely do that. The other thing that I do, Grace, I'm not sure if you're using CinchShare or not, but I do schedule my stories that are business related from CinchShare. So that's kind of a cool feature. If you haven't done that before, you can definitely plan out those posts ahead of time, and then you get a push notification to Instagram to post that Instagram story on Instagram, and then in turn it goes to my Facebook business page. My personal photos that are in my stories and kind of behind the scenes stuff, I just do in the moment because it's easier for me, and it's more like natural for me to like take a picture of my kids and post it to my Instagram story. But I always, like for a while, I was really forgetting to talk about business in my stories. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it keeps getting interrupted. We'll wrap up here. So yes, so Grace, if you're not using Instagram to schedule to, or if you're not using CinchShare to schedule to your stories, definitely layer that in, because that can help you remember that it's time to post something to your stories. Okay? All right, you guys, I have had so much fun talking about VIP groups with you. I could go on and on and on. We only scratched the surface because there is so much to say on VIP groups, but I hope you took a couple of fun takeaways from that. I'd love to hear how your group is doing, if you're getting some good engagement. Let's see. So Julie, group and business page, we just covered that. So definitely, oh, maybe you're responding to Grace. But yeah, definitely catch the beginning if you missed that part too. So thanks for being on with me, you guys. It was great to see you. Happy Friday. Now I'm going to go make a cup of coffee because I forgot to do that before my coffee chat. I will be back in the CinchShare group next Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then I will do another one of these coffee chats on Friday morning at 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern, to kind of recap and answer any questions that come up during the training. And if you haven't, go sign up for the fall challenge. It's going to be so fun. Leave me some comments below. What do you guys want for prizes? Prizes. I always struggle with prizes. I'm always wondering if you want gift cards, if you want free training, if you want Amazon, Starbucks, like Rocket Books. We gave away some Rocket Books in our last challenge and people loved those. Let me know what prizes you want. You can sign up for the challenge over at myconsultanttraining.com/fall challenge. Okay? Have a great afternoon and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.